And some people had requested a brief tutorial of how to get Broodwar up and working if you've never played. So I was going to go ahead and run everybody through that really quick. Let me actually close my Broodwar. And then we can get started with this. Alright, so if you don't have anything, you're just starting out, you're ready to play. First thing you'd want to do is come to your internet browser over here. Open up a tab, type ICCup.com, that's ICCup.com. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to click on the English flag, and then you're going to go to Games, click on Starcraft Broodwar. You'll see this How to Start Playing Starcraft. Click that, and then you would go here, and it says we're going to download the game. It says you may download it from MediaFire, which you'd click right there. And then you'll see there's your option to download Broodwar, 134 megabytes. It will contain all of Broodwar except for the music files, so you can find those later if you don't have them, but that will give you a functional version of Broodwar. So you download that and move on with your day. And then the next thing you'd want to do would be to come over here and go on to Team Liquid and go over to General and find the MCA launcher thread. If you can't find that, you could just search in the Team Liquid search bar for MCA64 launcher, and you should be able to find it over there as well. It's the 2.0 thread. And then you can click on MCA64 launcher homepage, opening up that, and then you can pick whatever version of MCA you'd like to download. In this case, you'd probably just want to go with the most recent version, which you would then download and save. And you would then go to your MCA folder wherever you downloaded it, extract it, run it, and then when you run MCA, you'll get something that will pop up, and it'll look about like this. Usually takes a few seconds to load, and you'll have all of these windows open. You can pick your server, so if you want to play on ICCup or if you want to play on Fish, you have two options. MISC is just a way to see the chat and some other things outside of the game. Twitch is if you're going to stream, there's a bunch of stuff you can do there. And AV is also if you're going to stream, it's your stream settings, and donate and about are self-explanatory. So let's say you want to play on ICCup, the most common server. Fish is a Korean server that generally is a little bit more of a hassle and has a lot stronger players. So if you're starting out, Fish is usually a little less user-friendly and a little more difficult. Most of these settings you wouldn't need to play with unless you know what they do. But pretty much you can see here they just all kind of features that do different things. Some of these guys are fixing Broodwar graphics things to help with that. Port forwarding, if you have UPnP enabled, will make it possible for you to host games, but a lot of routers, if you don't have access to it, won't have that. Window mode is self-explanatory. Notification sounds means that like when you join games, it'll play like a trumpet thing, but basically there's just a bunch of MCA options. Whatever you check really isn't going to make a big difference. So you pick your options. And then also Shitty Plugin has some other things. If you like them, you can have overlay game times, you can have your APM overlaid, you can turn all of those off. And then you would go down here and you will click, it doesn't, as far as I know, there's probably a difference, but I don't know the difference. Both work just fine for playing between ICCup and ICCup. No DNS, you can pick either one. And you then click Start. Usually on the first running, it won't know where your Starcraft is, so a box will pop up and you'll have to navigate to your Starcraft exe file, which if you were looking for that, let's say something popped up and it wanted you to find it. If you don't know how to find an exe file, you'd have to know where your Starcraft folder is, which in my case it's here. And then you would go and you would select the exe, the application file, and then MCA will be ready to go. So then when you hit start the next time, you will see Broodwar loading. So you'd see Broodwar load, and at this point you would then click on multiplayer. You would go to Broodwar expansion, and you would then find under Battle.net your gateways are ICCup, ICCup no DNS. It makes no difference which one you pick. You would pick them. You'll go through this. You'd have to create an account if you haven't. I guess I should show you how to do that. So let's say you haven't made an ICCup account. I forgot you actually had to do that. You would come over back to the ICCup.com website and click on English flag. You don't want that. You click on register, and you would then make a login name as you wish, a password, email, and it would send it to you, and then you will be registered and good to go. I usually have to do the confirmation. And then that same password that you use with the login, I believe you do use on ICCup, I guess we can go ahead and make one while we're at it. So let's see. I don't know, what do I want to use? Let's see if this is taken. Alright, we'll just make something up. Whoop. Make a password. Provide an email. Gmail do I want to use? I guess that doesn't matter. Select the catchpa. Oh, is this going to be a problem? Yes, but we don't know why. But obviously it doesn't like this name. Alright. Oh, I guess I've already done one. I've probably used most of my email addresses. I'm trying to remember which ones are my throwaway ones. I need to do that. What? Is there something more I have to do? Okay. And then we would come to our email and see if they've properly sent us anything yet. There we go. Click on the link below. Pretty simple stuff. Now you're logged in. Life's good, and then you should be able to come into ICCup, and with any luck, log right on in with your username and password that you just made. And at this point, you're now in ICCup. Things here are fairly straightforward. Channel is basically like your chat channel. Oftentimes OP Team Liquid's a pretty good place to hang out. Sometimes NHFFA has some newer players. Ladder D will have some players, but usually it's not as heavily used, but you can pick any channel you want. If there's people you want to talk to, you can hang out there. Friends are fairly simple, and then of course the meat and bones is right here. League does nothing, quit's quit. Create and join are your main meat and bones. If you can host, you're certainly welcome to go click create, and in order to create a game, let's say you want to create the standard type of game for ICCup, which is a standard ladder game, you would want to select one-on-one. You'll need to have your ICCup map pack to which you browse. There's many different ones, but you click at any ICCup approved map you'd be able to use. So you could pick, say, Fighting Spirit, and then you would put a game name. Let's say you're starting out, you could say D-, D, but it could be elephants or flying, whatever you want it to be. And then you hit OK. No, don't put a password. That's if you want a private game. And boom, game's open, and people can join. When they join, you pick race, you click OK, and you go. To join a game, it's a similar concept. You click join. Show all will display all games possible, and then there are some other choices. There's top versus bottom, melee, free for all, different games. Top versus bottom are your 2v2s, your 3v3s. If you do top versus bottom and you do a 2v2, it will be ranked. A 3v3 and 4v4 is not ranked. Melee is just kind of potpourri, like 1v1 games, not very many of those. Free for all is exactly what it sounds like. And UMS is all your custom fun games as well as your obs games, and nobody really ever even makes the other modes. So if you're going to join 1v1, you would click here, you'd go to one-on-one, you'd find a game that fits you, and you would double click it, and you're in. Easy peasy. That's all there is to it. And now you are successfully playing Starcraft on ICCup. So in review, go to ICCup.com, click on games, click on Starcraft Broodwar, click on how to play Starcraft, download from MediaFire, then come over to teamliquid.net, and go to General. You can usually just find it under General, but it's called MCA Launcher. If you can't find it, you can just search MCA64 Launcher, find the thread, click on the launcher homepage to download, or to open it up, select the launcher you want, download it, and then having done that, go back to ICCup and go ahead and click register Follow the information. This will be your ICCup username. Put in your password, your email, make an account, and then go verify it with your email, and then use MCA launcher. Don't need to change the settings if you don't want to. Off the bat, it'll work just fine. Just make sure you're on ICCup. Start ICCup, and then go into Starcraft. Go to multiplayer. Go to expansion, and then you're in ICCup. Log in with your name and password, and then click join the game. Click one-on-one for ladder games, and play to your heart's content. Hope that helps anybody that wasn't sure how to start playing StarCraft.